Here is
Your Honor, may I make a statement first? We've never agreed through the country to approve Zoom court hearings. Those are unconstitutional. We have the right to see our accusers eye to eye.
Okay, hang on. And go on to Mr. Kane's next case, People versus Adam Charles. Is it Schroer? Schroer. Okay, come on up, sir. File 242754 SD, date and time of sentencing in this case. Mr. Schroer is here with Mr. Kane. Conviction here is operating while visibly impaired, a 93-day misdemeanor, reduced from operating while intoxicated first, a 93-day misdemeanor. Have you had the chance, sir, to review this pre-sentence report and the substance use assessment? Okay, are the documents factually accurate, or are there any changes, corrections, or additions to make to them? Okay, so by way of elocution here, are there comments, Mr. Kane?
Salute the last one, Your Honor. We've got an ancient, even more ancient, paired with successful probation. This one, the alcohol level in this one is lower. Mr. Schroer didn't have as much in his system. And like the other, no issues on bond. And the recommendations based upon substance use assessment finding that there's no substance use disorder. Mr. Schroer's in remission for some brain cancer. He's been in remission for quite some time, but drinking and that status probably don't mix well. The comment that he provided to Mr. King, I think he's right. Just don't drive after you're drinking. I think he recognizes that, and I think that we don't have to worry about this happening again. I'd request that you adopt Mr. King's recommendations.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kane. So, I'm sorry, Schroer?
Schroer with the red hair, that's how.
Okay, all right. Any comments you'd like to make?
As Mr. King, it was dumb to have drank before driving, and very sorry. It will never happen again, and I am truly grateful that no one was hurt in this incident.
Okay, I appreciate your comments, even though your AC was on the lower side of what we normally see. OA still compromises your ability to safely operate the motor vehicle. You understand that?
Yeah.
But I agree that I don't see any need here for probation oversight. So, and that's the recommendation. So there'll be no probation, $100 fine, $300 court cost, $75 crime victims fee, $50 state fee, $275 attorney fee, $125 arrest fee, blood fee of $22.30, and as in the last case, I'll order the alcohol highway safety education class and the victims impact panel to be completed within 90 days. Okay, sir?
I have registered
Oh.
that and paid for it, so.
Good. Okay.
Completed.
That's perfect. So, and then you should still call probation though, so they know that. They'll also tell you how to submit your successful completion documents, okay?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Mr. Kane.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck, sir. Thank you.
Judge, housekeeping.
Yes.
At 11, I've got a prelim for Tanisha Anderson.
Yes.
At 11, I was scheduled on Thursday for a bond hearing via Zoom circuit court. I think that will go quickly, if at all, but I'm tardy because I'm in the circuit court.
Sure, that's fine. All right, thanks for pointing that out. So, okay. So we'll close the breakout room. Let's see. We'll ask Mr. Leedy to unmute one more time.
They said they're muted at the court. They think somehow the court's got them muted because I could hear them, but they couldn't hear us. So is it possible my transmission's not going through to them? They had two officers in there trying to fix it.
Well, okay, so I've been in these other two sentencings, but now I see that Mr. Leedy is now in room C. He was in room D.
And now he is muted.
But
it'll take just a second. It'll unmute on its own.
okay.
Should unmute shortly.
There, it's unmuted now.
Okay. So we'll put you back in a breakout room.
See if he can hear us, Judge. That was the issue last time.
Mr. Leedy, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Fine.
There we go.
Okay, hang on. Mr. Leedy. All right, here we go. All right, so we closed the breakout room. I sent a message to room C there at the jail for Mr. Leedy to unmute.
Are we unmuted?
We're muted. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, yeah. So I guess we'll have to let it time out like we did before.
Probably, yes.
Okay. So Mr. Leedy, you're unmuted. Can you hear me, Mr. Leedy?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so it's the date and time of sentencing. Mr. Leedy's here with Mr. Conley by Zoom. Conviction here is.
Your Honor, may I make a statement first? We've never agreed through the country to approve Zoom court hearings. Those are unconstitutional. We
Okay,
have the
hang
right
on.
to see our accusers eye to eye.
Okay, hang on. You can speak, but let me just confirm with Mr. Conley that the report is actually accurate. Is that correct, Mr. Conley? And you're muted, Mr. Conley?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Your Honor, it's kind of impossible to verify that with Mr. Leedy at this point because he doesn't really want to discuss the case. So I'm not sure what to do, Judge.
Well, I can show you, Your Honor. I was never read my Miranda rights. I never had the ability to talk to Ali Khan or Conley.
Yeah, and Your
These are
Honor,
the problems.
and I've talked to Mr. Leedy multiple times, Your Honor, and we went over this at his plea. And again, he asked me who I was, that he's never talked to me, that, you know, I just don't know what to do at this point, Judge. So.
Yeah. Well, so.
And I explained the as well, Judge. So.
Well, the contents of the pre-sentence report, I guess, are consistent, I guess, with the way Mr. Leedy is handling today's matter and what he said so far and how he's handled the breakout room conversation or no conversation with Mr. Conley, because Mr. Leedy doesn't want to participate, it sounds like. I don't know. Do you have a question with regard to competency at all, Mr. Conley?
Absolutely. At this point, I would say absolutely, Judge, because I don't know how to know what the best way to put it is to keep him on track. Like he doesn't focus on what we're here for today. And he's got a lot of other things he's upset about, and they don't relate, in my opinion, to what we're here for today, but he thinks they do. And I don't know, Your Honor. I think he feels that myself and the court system are against him, which isn't the case. And I think that's a problem. So it's hard to have any productive communication with him when he is in this kind of state of mind. So.
Okay, so the charge is a serious charge, malicious use of a telephone. You put no contest, I think. Is that a 1 year or a 6 month misdemeanor?
The original charge is a 1 year, Your Honor. So telecommunications malicious use is up to 1 year in jail.
All right. I mean, the information taken from the police report is very serious. He called, called Beta and left a voicemail that he was gonna, this is a quote from him, I think this is coming from the police report, he's gonna shoot up the Beta bus drivers. Then he contacted I thought it was the VA after reviewing this last week, but I don't think so. He called back. Or no, the person who reported this called him because his number showed up from the original call, I'm guessing, and he said he was a real vet and he was going to take their system down. That's a quote from him. There was a mental health order in lien. Not sure when that was. Anyway, these are just circumstances where I think he's a danger to the public. Maybe he should be on probation. Maybe he should just get the full year in jail. I don't know. But if there's a question about competency, and based on his behavior here today, I believe there, and based on what he told his probation agent, including he's talking about texting being an unconstitutional event, notarizing to being unconstitutional, claims that I guess this case or his discussions with probation will be heard around the world. Again, this is a quote from him. He stands up for people who don't have the ability to stand up for themselves, which is good, but I don't know about the heard around the world part. Anyway, I don't think he should be sentenced without the benefit of a competency report. I just don't. The question is, though, those things usually take a long time. Do you know, Mr. Conley, if that can be expedited at all? Because he's in jail.
I don't know that, Your Honor. I know the competencies, once they do them, in the jail, they tend to be faster, and it doesn't take them too long generally to turn around a competency report. The responsibilities are the ones that lag for months. But I've had them, once they actually make the appointment by video in the jail, within a week or two, it seems like they've got the reports done. So I think they probably can expedite that, but I don't want to speak for them, Judge. But they have been generally quicker for those that are in the jail than people who are not.
Okay, well, that's good. That's better than it used to be a year or so ago. The other thing, though, is we don't have a prosecutor here, and we should for this. Prosecutor does the orders for competency. So what I think we should do, can we adjourn this for like a day or two when that fits with Mr. Conley's schedule so we can get the prosecutor here? Because they need to know that this is what I'm deciding, and they need to know they need to do an order. And
I can tell them, Judge, if you want. They'll do it if I call over there and tell them.
I could put it on the disposition as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
they'll do it, Judge. As long as either yourself or I ask it for it, they'll do it.
Well, that's true. The statute basically says once it's just the word is stated, then we have to slow things down and get the report done. So, all right, that's what we'll do. I'm going to continue the remand at this time. I think, though, we should set this for like a status conference in 30 days because Mr. Lee's been in jail for 76, and just a status conference to see if anyone's heard from forensics. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll send a notice for that then, Mr. Conley. Okay. Mr. Conley, you might be frozen.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're frozen. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You heard? Okay, so you're all set here.
No, I think
Mr.
I
Leedy?
think I heard. Yeah.
So we're going to set this for a hearing in 30 days, which will just be a status report just to see whether anyone's heard from the forensic department. Okay. And I don't know if you heard that, Mr. Conley.
I did, Judge. I heard it. Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's what we'll do. Mr. Leedy, you're all set. You can let the COs know you can go back. Okay.
And Your Honor, I have one more sentencing for Miss Lewis
Ms. Lewis.
in the jail.